Mr. Seyi Tinubu, the son of the President of Nigeria, may likely be the next governor of Lagos State. Some Nigerians have already started saying that Mr. Seyi Tinubu, who is the son of the President of Nigeria, may be the next governor of Lagos State, since it was made known to the public that he is going to contest for the governorship position of the state. They also said that Mr. Seyi Tinubu has all the qualities required to lead Lagos State. The Viewers' Corner news team may not know much about his leadership capability, but one thing we know, based on those who are close to Mr. Seyi Tinubu, is that he is a compassionate person who is always willing to assist those in need. Again, if it is the wish of the people of Lagos State to elect him as their leader when the time comes, then they should do so. However, those Nigerians who are saying that he is going to take after his father's unacceptable ways may be wrong. That President Bola Tinubu at some point stained himself does not mean that the son would do the same. Nigerians may be surprised that, if Mr. Seyi Tinubu becomes the Lagos State governor, he may lead the people of Lagos State nicely. So when he comes out to contest, and it is the wish of the people of Lagos State, then he should be given a chance to prove himself. President Zelensky of Ukraine is like a salesman who goes to the United States to sell his products. After selling them, he returns home with billions of dollars to continue his reckless war against Russia. Some leaders around the world are accusing the United States of promoting and fighting wars around the world, which should not have been so. In every continent of the world, the United States of America has its military base. Some of these wars are carried out under NATO, with the United States of America being at the forefront of everything, and now the world has already understood their game plans. Look at the Ukraine war, which has been ongoing for years, with the hope that Ukraine would join NATO after they may have defeated Russia, which can never be possible based on President Putin's statement. If people of the world can examine this issue carefully, they would understand that such conflict should not have been there in the first place. But because the United States and NATO want to get hold of Russia as alleged, it could be their reason for such a war, which President Zelensky failed completely to understand. Now his country has been destroyed, which is so sad. Again, President Donald Trump has declared that when he takes over the leadership of the United States of America, he shall no longer support Ukraine to continue fighting an unreasonable war. A situation where lives and properties have been destroyed. This again has thrown President Zelensky of Ukraine off balance, which is nice. From day one, we advised President Zelensky of Ukraine never to go to war with Russia, but he refused because of the promises he received from some countries. Today, his country, Ukraine, has been destroyed. He cannot continue the war anymore. The situation is hopeless right now, which is so sad. Another interesting aspect of President Trump's administration, when he finally takes over, would be looking into areas where the United States is spending taxpayers' money to fight wars that are not necessary around the world. President Trump is going to end such wars and possibly bring the United States military back home, which would be great. The Israeli government is appealing for the arrest warrant issued by the International Criminal Court for former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Israel has declared its intention to contest the new arrest warrants issued by the International Criminal Court (ICC) for former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu's administration has criticized the warrants, which were issued in The Hague, saying they lack a legal and factual basis, but no further information was given. Along with the appeal, Israel has asked the ICC to postpone the warrant's implementation without providing an explanation. Mohammed Diaf, a Hamas military leader, is also the focus of the ICC's allegations, which allege war crimes related to the ongoing battle in Gaza. President Bola Tinubu's government may likely liquidate Nigeria completely before the 2027 elections if the government does not put an end to their borrowing habit. President Bola Tinubu's government, since its inauguration, has been borrowing money from the World Bank and International Monetary Fund to run the economy of Nigeria. Even some senators in Nigeria are encouraging President Bola Tinubu and his government to borrow more, which is very bad. Our concern is that the future of Nigeria and that of the children yet unborn may end up carrying huge burdens that they know nothing about, which may also put them in a disadvantaged position. We believe that money should be borrowed, but then it should be borrowed to execute projects that would yield profits so that in the short or long run, the gains from the borrowed money can be used to repay what was taken. But that is not what we are seeing in Nigeria. The government of Nigeria is borrowing money to execute non-profit ventures, thereby leaving huge debts behind, which is not so good. Now more trillions of naira have been borrowed by the government of Nigeria, and before you know it, another loan would be requested for. This system is hurting the economy of Nigeria so badly. Hence, we are appealing to President Bola Tinubu's government to go back to the drawing board and figure out how his government is going to put things right. Borrowing money all the time is certainly going to slow down the economy of Nigeria in the long run because the borrowed money is not being properly used to create businesses that would yield profits. ICC wants to hold the leader of the Myanmar junta accountable. An important step has been made by the International Criminal Court (ICC) to hold Myanmar's military regime responsible for the crimes against the Rohingya Muslim minority. On suspicion of crimes against humanity, the head prosecutor for the court has asked for an arrest warrant for junta leader Min Aung Hlaing. The prosecutor's request will now be examined by the judges of the ICC. International efforts to capture and punish Min Aung Hlaing may result from the approval of an arrest warrant. The action is a reaction to the violent suppression of the Rohingya in 2017, which drove more than 1 million people to escape Myanmar and seek safety in Bangladesh, a neighboring country. The military's activities have been denounced by the United Nations as an ethnic cleansing campaign. A nation in Southeast Asia is facing a profound humanitarian emergency. The armed forces' aggressive campaign against a minority group has ignited a firestorm of international criticism. The consequences of this violence are far-reaching and devastating. Communities have been shattered, and countless individuals have been forced to flee their homes. The world is united in its outrage, demanding that those responsible be brought to justice. A recent breakthrough offers a measure of hope. A high-ranking military officer will face trial, marking a significant milestone in the pursuit of accountability. However, this is only the beginning. Much work remains to be done to address the underlying issues that led to this crisis. The minority group at the center of this storm has endured centuries of hardship and exclusion. It is imperative that the international community continues to stand in solidarity with them, advocating for meaningful change to protect their rights and dignity. If you want more in-depth analysis on politics and good governance, subscribe to Viewers Corner News and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Thank you for listening.